We just gonna cut that right on. Let me get this. What up, y'all? What up, y'all? Welcome to your favorite podcast. It's your two favorite people. I'm gonna just put it on up here. I got a surprise for you.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
Yeah. Yeah.
UTR Nation, what is up? You got the NWO podcast tonight. Kenny is out celebrating his anniversary. Happy anniversary to Kenny and Keisha. Many more. It seems like it was just yesterday y'all got married.
Yes.
So Kenny is out there having a good old time with the missus. He getting drunk, getting lifted.
Mm-hmm. As he should. And then Mongo's feeling a little under the weather, but he might pop up in the chat. He might pop up in the comments. And then you got Tito right down. He's gonna be in the comments too. What up, Reggie? Yeah, close to 9:45-ish. It's been a long day for all of us. And like I said I would take over. So it was just waiting till everybody was ready. I waited till Mike was ready. So we all here. Hey, look.
Cookies, what's good? And baddies, yeah, the niggas is running the shit tonight. The NWO, the niggas wilding out crew. Mike, what's good with you? Got the teacher man, the good stoner. Mike Hall, what's good with you, Mike?
Oh man, Matty Benshaw. As Matt just, first of all, as always, shout out to them. Shout out to UTR. Shout out to all of our supporters.
Right.
You know, we is always a blessing to have y'all with us. So we appreciate y'all. To what Matt alluded to again, happy anniversary to Kenny and Keisha. You know, one of my favorite couples. You know, my wife and I, we adore you. We love you both. Just happy anniversary, and we just pray that your union just continues to grow and just continues to shine. So we love you both. Mongo, feel better, brother. It's St. Patty's Day this weekend, or as I said to my friends earlier, St. Niggas Day.
Basically.
It's coming up, so you know, I don't know, tomorrow's Friday, still got one more work week, but you know, I got some drink in my cup, you know what I'm saying? You know, just have a little prelude to what's to be faced this weekend.
Barrel aged Imperial Stout. 10%.
Ooh. As me and Matt were talking right before we got started, we were like, you know what? We're just gonna cut down to it. Neither one of us won the predictions title this past week.
Yeah, but we got an announcement to make. Cause I know what up, Kanisha. Cause I know Reggie, Betty, and Cookies want to know who won the predictions, right? I'll wait for one of y'all to comment because I know y'all want to know.
Yeah.
Right? One of y'all want to know, right? Oh, now look at that. Somebody came in third, didn't they?
Yeah.
I would just like to say, I don't know all the other places. I just know who won. Right. That's right, Reggie. You lost your damn title. You lost your damn title. Not to me, not to Tito. You lost it. Oh, you. Sorry, Betty. Cookies, you said you came in third. My boy. You came in first. Your winner and new predictions champion. Finally, he did it, y'all. Cookies.
Motherfucking Cookie!
My homosexual homie.
Cookies.
You did it. You did it,
brother.
You did it, brother.
You got it, brother. Cookies.
Yes, you.
Yes, you, Cookies. You did it, goddammit. Cookies, you went from word and you finally got the first, brother. So hell yeah. Listen, when Mongo said it in the group chat earlier, I was like, wait a minute, our boy finally did it. Cookies, Batty, I'm sorry, Batty, but Cookies, you and Cookies gonna have to squabble, okay? Y'all gonna have to duke it out. Y'all gonna have to squabble. But he took it, Batty. He took it, okay? He finally. This is like
you won. I ain't why would I lie to you? I'm the one person who just doesn't play around with anybody. I'm just serious.
Matt said you won.
You won.
Listen, this is up there with Daniel Bryan winning at WrestleMania 30. Okay, Cookies is our Daniel Bryan. Okay, so
yeah,
congratulations, brother. Now you, and the good thing for you, Cookies, we ain't got no pay-per-view this week.
So right, you won it at the right time.
Fucking time.
Tito took our title. And as soon as I said it, boom! Congrats, Cookies. from our champ.
So Cookies, congratulations, brother.
Yeah, champs in the chat. Champs in the chat.
And Cookies, I think, brother, if I'm not mistaken, you don't have to defend until Mania, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah. See, last year, that was me that had to go through all that, having to try and defend through Stand and Deliver and WrestleMania, and I lost it on the last night. So, congrats to both of y'all.
Exactly. But y'all day coming. That Mania gauntlet is quickly approaching.
And if you don't remember what it is Stand and Deliver Saturday morning. Then it is WrestleMania Night 1. Then it's WrestleMania Night 2. Ooh. I only made it out of 2 of the 3. Yeah. It all depends. I mean, I'm pretty sure we ain't gonna do Supercard. Supercard of Honor always comes down to Cookie said, I'm losing that shit the first time of the film. Supercard is the only one we always put a super question mark on. It's usually like it could be TNA on top of all of that. So you might be having Friday, 2 shows Saturday, and a show on Sunday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We talk about the biggest weekend in wrestling. There's also the biggest weekend in predictions.
Yeah.
That shit is a lot.
That is when the spreadsheet. Yeah, you can literally lose it and win it all back. Because that paper, that's how Matty Reigns showed up. Everybody remembers that. I remember that especially because I fucked around and won at WrestleMania. I was like, wait, I'm the IC champion and the world champion? And Roman left with both belts too? I'm like, oh, shoot, I'm Matty Reigns. And the rest was history. The rest was history, y'all. Oh, he's definitely doing tiebreakers for TNA, and he's definitely doing tiebreakers for NXT and WrestleMania. So yeah, it's gonna be tiebreakers for everything.
So again, brothers, enjoy these next couple weeks.
because you're gonna get hit with that. You're gonna get hit with that come Mania weekend.
Combo. 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 Yeah, this is the time of the year where it's just like, yeah, I don't want to predict nothing.
Right.
Hey, take it. Hey, you in history, because we gonna remember this is just the first of many title reigns, but everybody remember the first time they win it. So we're just gonna get into the big news. Besides, we ain't gonna talk about the nasty man first. We ain't gonna bring that up first. We're gonna bring up the big news from last night, which was Mercedes Mone showing up right off the bat. They didn't even waste no time, because I know Mike and Kenny both tuned in late. And I know Kenny especially was like, did I miss her? It's like, yeah, you missed her. Like, they did not waste any time. It was like 8:02. And it was like, Mercedes money. Here you go. Here's what you paid to see. We getting it over with.
Right, I was like, goddamn. I was like, really?
I was just like, what? I ain't got to even tune in now because I didn't want to watch none of it. I was like, I'll just go on Twitter and see what she looking like. See her little music. Yeah, I'll take it. CEO. I like it. They immediately put the little picture out. Mercedes Mone is all elite, and I'll take it. Her music, give or take, it's cool. It's like Mongo said in the chat. It's just Gunther's old theme when he was Walter, just with a little bit of twang on it, just a little bit. They just niggered it up. That's all they really did.
yeah, like the song is
definitely better than the money. Boom, 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 boom. Money. That shit was ass.
Yeah, that was ass. Like this, like no. Her current theme was ass. That first one was ass.
Yeah, that was ass squared.
that one she had before was ass. Well, what a ass. That's how bad that thing was. Okay.
Right.
But yeah, to Matt's point, you know what? Sometimes, listen, we all knew what the highlight of this show was. And you know what? As much as we tend to criticize PK's booking, and rightfully so, it was good to get that shit out the way.
Right.
There's no need to drag that until the final 15 minutes or so of the show. Get out the way. We know she's from Boston. Let her come out. She's all elite. Boom. There it is. Because the rest of that shit, at least from what I saw, it was cool, but yeah, you got the most important part out the way. So
right. And I mean, she said during her promo that she had unfinished business with Willow Nightingale, which, I mean, you go all the way into the main event. You had Willow Nightingale. Who's fighting? I just had it up. She was fighting Riho. That's why I forgot. And she beat her. That's why I forgot. It's definitely why I forgot. Mm-hmm. But instead of it being Mercedes Mone being the heel, she actually came out because Julia Hart and Sky Blue were attacking Willow. Mercedes Mone made the save. And then they ended up posing together in the ring. So this is going to kind of be on some just respect. This is this Rock Austin WrestleMania 17. They just looking at each other.
Right.
Or just WrestleMania 19 when they're both kind of washed.
Exactly. And it's like, at some point, those two are going to come to fisticuffs.
Right.
They're going to come to fisticuffs. Mercedes, she's going to initiate it. But to Matt's point, it's like, yeah, for right now, there's a respect factor. They're cordial. So we're most likely going to see that match probably at Double or Nothing. Or
she came out with the Jeff Hardy saying she had to do her dance. She had to do all.
Right. Oh God. Also,
that's
not
just
Double
as
or
bad.
Nothing. What's that show? Dynasty.
That's just as bad as when like it was a few years ago, Roman was supposed to be making a run in, but they had his music come on. And it has that long ass intro, so everybody's just like, oh, they just doing all this, and it's like, here he come right. I'm like, oh my God, this is the worst music for a run in. This man really got to make a whole entrance. And I like Roman. I was like, this is not needed. Just run out there. Mm-hmm. He literally didn't come out until it did the doom, 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 doom. I'm like, yeah, I can't even suspend disbelief on this. Like, bruh, what are you doing? Are you brushing your hair? You taking a piss? Like, what the fuck are you doing, Roman? Like, we know you coming out. Just come out. Interfere.
He was back there putting the last little bit of gel in his hair.
Right. He's like, they can wait. But the rest of Dynamite was cool. You got Hook and Jericho. Yeah, they're a tag team now. They defeated the Gates of Agony, booty meat. Jay White defeated Darby Allin, which was awesome because Darby Allin is still trying to hurt himself. So
yeah, he's still looking for new ways to die every week.
And honestly, my favorite part of Dynamite right now, ever since Okada has shown up and turned heel and joined the Elite, well, they fired Kenny Omega, and now Okada is his replacement. I like corporate Okada.
Yeah.
Corporate Okada is the shit.
And you know what? That character has always screamed heel. Like, think about
really does. That little smug look on his face. Like,
that smug look on his face. And more importantly, more than anything, this fucker comes out with money with his face on it. He comes out with his own money. If that don't scream dickhead heel, I don't know what does.
Yeah, they should have. It's everything about him, like you said, screams heel. He's always just happened to be a face, but he's just like John Cena. He's been there, John Cena low key, and instead of John Cena always being a face, he's gonna be a heel. Yeah, to Cookie's. Yeah, that is a good point. They opened and closed with Mercedes. Like, if you wanted to see her actually do some wrestling, you had to stay for the whole show. You had to see if you wanted to see her do some moves.
Right.
Lion Hook.
And that's when I turned off AEW. When I saw that Jericho, he got hooked under his arm, like, it's like it always seems like the younger talent. Why do they need the seal of approval from Jericho?
He tried, as soon as he sees someone he thinks is up and coming, he feels like he has to give them his seal of approval, even though they don't need it. Orange Cassidy, like that feud with him and Orange Cassidy was pointless, but he swears like that. The whole thing was, oh, this is supposed to get Orange Cassidy over. They gave him a belt, and he got over defending that belt a gazillion times. It wasn't Jericho.
Right.
Like, Jericho failed at that, and they had to go redo it by putting that fake Intercontinental, International, whatever belt on him. They need to do what Mike said, just combine them.
You know what? This week, I'm going to give it a rest.
Right.
I'm going to give it a rest this week. Next time, because y'all know my stick. Anytime either one of those belts are defended, I'm going to go on my little mini rant like, Tony Khan, You know what to do, Tony Khan. Come on, Tony Khan. Intercontinental title. But anyway, yeah. And it's like back on Jericho. It's like with the Jericho Appreciation Society. He thought, oh, if I could have Sammy under my wing, get Sammy over. No, Sammy got over because Sammy is an asshole.
Right.
That's what got Sammy over. It's like Daniel Garcia. Jericho didn't get Daniel Garcia over. Daniel Garcia got over because he's actually really fucking good in the ring. And he had that little mini feud with Bryan Danielson. So
it's like you get put with Jericho and nothing, it just delays your career from advancing. You just be stuck in neutral for however long you're with him. Then once you're away, you flourish again. Like, I'm sure Hook is probably like, did I do something wrong? Like, am I in trouble? Taz like, no, you good, son. Everybody gotta go through this.
Exactly. That's exactly
everybody gotta do.
Like, if you're a young up and coming star, you gotta deal with the bullshit of Jericho.
You just over there like, oh, Chris Jericho and taking a liking to you. Oh, dang. Whoop, good luck.
All right. Enjoy that little. It's not necessarily a kiss of death, but it's close to it.
Right.
You become stagnant just a little bit.
Like, your checks will still be getting paid. You'll still be getting paid.
But you don't lose
Daddy,
about
he keeps scaring the bitches away. I know, son. I know. Why he keeps singing Judas? It's scaring the house. Yeah. Judas in my mind. Jericho. No.
Like, shut your Ozzy ass up.
And speaking of Jericho, one of his probably somebody he probably thinks did nothing wrong. He probably like, hey, cool people. Vince McMahon. Now, earlier in the week, we had the whole update. I don't know if you heard that a lawsuit has revealed that some of the key figures in the lawsuit have been revealed as Nick Khan is the big name. Nick Khan, Brad Bloom, and Stephanie McMahon was also named, but she wasn't named as anything like crazy. Nick Khan was brought up because they're trying to say that he kind of had, he knew about somewhat of what was going on. That he knew that Janelle Grant was Vince's sex slave. That's what has been put out. That's what was put out earlier this week. Just before we got on, they have made an update to the story, basically questioning. Well, someone said, has this lawsuit affected WWE for now? What do you think, Mike? Yes or no?
Yeah.
It's no. It ain't affected their bottom dollar whatsoever.
Bottom dollar, but well, first of all, because I read the article, first of all, I read the first couple of paragraphs because that article.
Right, it is a very long article.
Very long article, and if you know anything about journalism or such, the story is really in the first couple paragraphs. The rest of that shit is filler, okay? And it makes perfect sense that Nick Khan's name gets brought up because a few years ago, right when COVID happened, Nick Khan all of a sudden becomes Vince's right-hand man. We're like, who the fuck is Nick Khan? And why does he all of a sudden have all this power? Well, shit like this makes perfect sense as to why he got all this power. He's one of Vince's cronies.
Because they basically said he didn't engage in it. It's just that him and Bloom were instrumental to a scheme in which Janelle Grant was employed. They didn't know what, all they knew was her role. She's in a completely undefined role except for the understanding that she remained a sexual slave to be used and trafficked by McMahon within the WWE. They're just saying that they're not being personally accused of sexual misconduct or violence, rather that they and others facilitated and covered up the exploitation in ways that would make WWE liable under anti-trafficking federal laws. So it's like he was covering up something with basically knowingly, unknowingly. That's basically what he could kind of say. He was helping facilitate this knowingly, unknowingly.
Yeah, and
he was a lookout.
Pretty much, he was the overseer.
Yeah,
he was the lookout. He was the overseer. And again, it makes perfect sense as to why he was able to gain so much power in a relatively short amount of time, because of the fact that he knew about this.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, like what Matt just said, he's not guilty of actively participating. But if you know about it, that's just a rung underneath it. That's just really a rung underneath it. So it doesn't shock me. You know, and we talked about this before, that the deeper they dig into this, the more names is going to get pulled from this, and especially those who were in the office, who were in executive roles with WWE.
Right.
So Nick Khan, Brad Bloom, Steph, not surprised. Hell, we said it before. This is the main reason why Steph said, "I'm out of here," and she knew about this shit. My biggest fear is that they come cracking down and start questioning Triple H, because we all Triple H as executive, booker, just being a father figure, especially to the NXT alum, we all love and appreciate Triple H. Like, Triple H, over the past few years, has become one of my favorite figures in wrestling. Because what he was able to do with NXT, the fact that he was able to build that type of relationship with the wrestlers, that because he was in the business, he was in the ring, he knows the nuances of what goes on in the locker room. He's been there, done it, at the pinnacle of the profession, and he takes care of his wrestlers. Like, when you see the Kevin Owens, and when you see the Bianca Belairs, and you see the Finn Balor's, and you see the Charlottes and the Baileys and so on and so forth, you see the Johnny Garganos and the Ciampas, like, they idolize this man, because in the Rhea Ripley, because of what he's done, and rightfully so. And my biggest fear is that they come crashing down on him and start to interrogate him, like, well, did you know? Did you know? Did you know? Because Stephanie's name is involved. And at the end of the day, Stephanie is Daddy's little girl. Does she fuck with Vince? I highly doubt it, but she's still Daddy's little girl at the end of the day. And unfortunately, her name comes up in this, and she had to have known. Which is probably
when they bring up, because by the time they get to Stephanie in this article, I've just been skimming it, and I read fast anyway. But so far it says, where does it say they bring up, man? It says Stephanie McMahon is mentioned once in an ambiguous context. Grant, the suit says, attended meetings. No, that's not about. Oh, at one of these meetings, we brought up, Mongo talked about this earlier in the week. Stephanie, at one of these meetings, the suit says Stephanie McMahon, who is described as knowing of the other instances of Vince McMahon engaging in inappropriate sexual conduct, motioned for Grant to sit near her. 3 months after the NDA was signed between Vince and Janelle Grant in 2022, Stephanie announced that she was taking a leave of absence from the company. So that was pretty much, that's really the only time they mentioned Stephanie, when She told Janelle Grant to sit next to her because she know her daddy is a nasty man. For Nick Khan and the Bloom guy, it does say that the lawsuit does not say that they explicitly knew what was going on. They were just basically just doing as they were told. And as far like even if they did question anything, it was kind of like Vince looking at them like, just do what I say, don't question what's going on.
They're just basically being yes men. They're basically being yes men. And you know what? Since you read that, Matt, about Stephanie, that makes me feel better about Trips being in question. Because obviously, you know, Trips, Steph, question his wife.
Right.
You know, especially in that situation, if your daughter knew, if the daughter knows about it, there's a good chance, in theory, that her husband may have had an idea about it. And you know, and like I said, that's just my biggest fear because Trips has done so much as far as leading this company in the right direction. To me, he's the anti-Vince. He's just the anti-Vince. So with what you just read, Matt, that does make me feel better.
Okay.
That does make me feel better about Trips not being in question. Because when I read this earlier, I was thinking, oh shit. Maybe next year.
Everybody keeps trying. They're waiting on. Everybody's trying low key to wait. They want Trips to fall into this, and I that's the only person I'm worried about being brought up. And I honestly don't see him getting brought up unless they just keep going deeper and deeper into this. But I mean, if Stephanie is only getting mentioned one time, then I could see it the same thing being with Triple H, where because even Nick Khan, it says in this article, where was it? She introduced herself to Nick Khan in a corridor, and he responded by saying, "I know exactly who you are." Basically, like, I know who you are. Like, yeah, introduce yourself to me. Like, I know who you are. And then Vince apparently has a meeting with Khan and Bloom and informed them of the nature of their relationship. McMahon told her apparently that the two men voiced concerns to him and inquired whether she could be trusted. Although a WWE spokesperson has denied that this conversation has ever happened. They did say, Mr. McMahon does say, the suit does say that Vince told Grant that they expressed concern about all of this, but were ultimately supportive. Basically, yeah, they didn't like it, but he basically told them, hey, y'all gonna have to get with it or get lost. So they got with it. The next day, Bloom told her she was being transferred to the talent relations department with John Laurinaitis, where more nastiness happens. So,
yeah,
but the crazy thing about all of this is the update where they say it's been business as usual in WWE because everybody that's in these cases, for the most part, Vince is no longer in the company. All of this stuff it's all been separated. He's no longer there. And I mean, unless they keep going deeper and deeper, if all it is what Nick Khan is, if it stays like it is right now, of course they're going to just be business as usual, making money hand over foot. I don't see them ever having any type of like downturn off of this unless it says Triple H, or it has to be somebody big. It has to be Triple H or it has to be Nick Khan. Somebody like that has to be named. I don't think any of them are going to be named at this point. Besides, like Nick Khan in this context, I don't think it's going to get any worse. It's going to get worse for Vince.
Oh yeah,
like,
Vince is screwed. Like he's just continuing just to go down the pits of hell. By every article that's posted, hell just gets a little hotter and a little hotter and a little hotter for Vinnie Mac. So, and we said this before. Once the whole story of this broke out, that unfortunately is going to linger for a while now, and it's just sad that what the sins of one man and a couple others who were directly involved is affecting the entire company.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just this is a storm that they just have to continue to weather. Hopefully, I mean Vince will forever be tarnished, and rightfully so. He will
Oh
forever be
yeah,
tarnished
like
because of this, and rightfully so because he is the root of this. I just hope that what we're in March, hopefully by
yeah.
fall or at least late fall, going into if not by the end of this year, hopefully beginning of next year, that WWE TKO Endeavor they no longer have to answer anything in regards to this. That them and Vince are totally separated. They're two separate entities. And we can just focus on grilling Vince McMahon and making sure that his ass is put underneath the prison.
Because they're like the basically their Vince, the guy that's basically over everybody. I forget what his name is. Like it's something Manuel. I forget what his name is. But he was one of the Rock's agents too. But he basically said a couple weeks ago, like Vince McMahon ain't coming back. No way, no how. Like he said he was gone. Ari Emanuel, when he said Vince was gone, Vince is gone. Like he's not coming back. There's no way for him to come back. And then Vince sold more stock, so he keeps selling. Like even his ownership percentage is dwindling down. I don't know what Vince is doing. He's just basically laying low. And I feel like I keep saying it, and I honestly feel like this is what he's doing. He is selling the stock. He's getting richer and richer because he's about to pay off every single person, probably known the man, if he doesn't go to jail. He knew this was going to happen. He had to pay the non-disclosure agreement was $3 million, and all he didn't even pay $1 million. Yeah. He didn't pay the $1 million, so he knew this was going to come out. He just did everything. He forced his own hand because he knew he wanted to make. He made a bunch of money with this merger, with the selling WWE and all that. Then he's selling more stock. He's basically funding. He's funding his settlements. He's either going to go to jail and he's going to be sitting on a bunch of money, or he's about to pay all these women off and then go to jail and still be sitting on a bunch of money. Because they're getting a class action lawsuit set up for him. So I think he knows he's about to be, he's fucked. He knows he's fucked. Yeah. He knows and the bad part, he's erased himself from wrestling history.
Yeah.
Like, as far, he's a historical figure at this point. Yeah, you're the guy that introduced modern wrestling. You brought you bought all the territories up. And you did all that, and you brought us to modern wrestling with everything under one umbrella. You'll be remembered for that, and that's about it. And you'll be remembered for you and Stone Cold, because we're not going to forget that. We'll remember Mr. McMahon, but a lot of the stuff Mr. McMahon did, we're going to remember, that's just Vince. So the stuff we're going to remember is him getting stunnered and basically him getting beat up. It's all the times he gets beat up. That's what we're going to remember.
Exactly. Like that that day where The Rock officially joined the board of directors, that's the last time you're going to see Vince's face. Outside of, if you go on YouTube, if you go on the network, or wherever you watch old wrestling, then you'll see Vince. But as far as making any public appearances, we're never going to see Vince again.
Yeah, we're not gonna see Vince unless it's randomly somewhere, or unless he is going to jail or he's dead.
Exactly. That's the next time we're gonna see Vince on a camera in handcuffs, or you're gonna see him with a memorial.
Right, you're gonna be like, Vince McMahon died today at the age of blah 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 blah.
Exactly.
See, Trump the only person who is confident enough and just downright arrogant enough. He don't give a shit. I'll give him that. He's an idiot and all that other shit. Like all the other shit he be doing, yeah. I'll give him his arrogance. The man's a whole convicted felon and just be popping up at UFC and folks be stepping up wanting to meet him. Like, I guess. Vince ain't that arrogant. Like, that's the one thing Trump beats Vince on. Vince is arrogant and has a God complex, but he ain't like Trump. Because if Vince was really like he is, he'd still be out. He'd still be out and about. He ain't even out. We hear about his stuff in news stories. We gotta hear about his stuff on Twitter. Oh, he sold some more stock. This man, no. He know his nasty ass did it because who else has been in the shadows? Because they know their ass is guilty. Did he? They both just been chilling because they know they guilty. Guilty asses. We get off of Vince. We ain't talked enough about Vince. We had like 20 minutes or whatever. He don't need that much. We gonna talk about. We just click on off of that. We gonna talk about the pay-per-view, the premium live event, whatever they were calling it, the TNA special digital exclusive. That was TNA Sacrifice, the show that Cookies won his title on. I can't believe this. We had Nah, I'm glad he won. I'm really happy he won. About time somebody different won.
Man, fuck Sacrifice, man. I was out. I was out in the
Man, they had two pre-show matches. The first pre-show match had Crazy Steve defeat Joe Henry by pinfall in 4 minutes, I guess. And it had Speedball Mountain defeat the Rascals in 8 minutes. They started the whole show off with Nick Nemeth, a.k.a. Dolph Ziggler, defeating Steve Macklin. I'm pretty sure we all picked Dolph on this one.
Yeah. That was a gimme.
Then this is when Mongo came in and said, well, me and Matt are out. And I'm like, hold on, what you mean, man? And I go look at the pics, and I'm like, no. I'm looking at them. So I go on Twitter, because I'm like, I know they didn't just put the belts on who I think they just put them on. I go on there, and I see, sure enough, the second match of the night, the System defeats ABC by pinfall in 13 minutes and 22 seconds to become the new TNA World Tag Team Champions. This is the match that literally screwed a lot of us over. It definitely screwed me over. It screwed Mongo over.
I'm trying to think. Did I pick those fuckers?
I know I didn't pick them. Me and Mongo definitely. You might have. That could have gave you.
I did pick them.
I know me and Mongo didn't.
Because like I said, they just love fucking Eddie Edwards.
It's our favorite time of the night. The Thursday night, fuck you, Reggie. Basically, it screwed everyone but Cookies, and Cookies the one that loves to do the screwing. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. He probably is the one that likes to do the screwing. I ain't gonna say. I'm just saying he probably is doing less do screwing. Fuck all that. It's the NWO podcast. See.
Mm-hmm.
See?
This is the nigga world order show.
Right. Just in case y'all forgot. Just in case y'all must have forgot. Like, say it again, Mr.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
You goddamn right.
True. You say, yeah, damn right. So we had that bullshit happen. I was just shocked, like, really? And then tonight on Impact, they had them all presenting themselves as if they're almost like the new Four Horsemen. I'm like, oh, God. I hate y'all so much. The next match was 8 minutes and 22 seconds of bullshit. It was Khan versus PCO. And PCO defeated Khan.
Oh, yeah. And that's how I knew I lost. Because my stupid ass picked Khan, knowing goddamn well that PCO is 157,000-0 in fucking TNA pay-per-views, live specials. That dead fucker always wins. I should have known.
Then the next match was even more fuckery. This is why I hate TNA. Like, I love TNA, but their pay-per-views just destroy us. The next match, in 2 minutes and 34 seconds of straight ass whoopery, you had Spitfire. You're probably like, who the fuck is Spitfire? Spitfire is Danny Luna and Jody Threat. They defeated MK Ultra by pinfall. That's right, in 2 minutes and 34 seconds to become the new TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Champions. So we already got 2 title changes on this show.
See, this is how bad I am. Because I turned to Impact for a brief second earlier. And I said, who the fuck is this big booty ass girl? And I was like, oh, wait, they're the champions? So that's Jody Threat and who else?
Danny Luna.
Danny Luna. She's the one with the fat old ass, right?
Yeah.
Danny Luna, okay, fat old ass, I ain't gonna forget that. Booty ass girl pinning who's making the pin. I said, oh, wait a minute, they got the belt? Oh boy, they won Friday. Okay.
That is how we remember them, though. That's literally why I like Miss Parker, though.
Yeah. She got the assets.
Shout out to Jason Caffey. Then the next match was 18 minutes and 19 seconds. We all picked Hammerstone defeating Josh Alexander, and he did. And he went full heel.
He kicked Josh Alexander right in his Alexander.
Right in his Josh's.
I said, "Ooh, he kicked him dead in the nuts."
Then we had Mustafa Ali and the Grizzled Young Vets defeating Time Machine by pinfall. Whoopee. I don't even care that they beat them. I'm glad they beat them. Like, I'm tired of. I'm like you now with the machine guns. Like, I'm getting low-key sick of them.
Listen, and I've said this before, they are one of the greatest tag teams ever in pro wrestling. But I fucking hate them. Yes, Batty. Yes. She's the fat old ass. Yes. That's how I identify her ass. With the fat old ass. As soon as I turn to Impact, that's the first thing that popped up on my screen. Fat old ass. Listen. Hey, shit. Batty, cookies, you already know. Shit. Anybody who loves ass, if you don't know their name, and they got a fat old ass, that's how you're gonna identify them as the one with the big old ass. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Because I'm sure somebody calls Naomi the big booty chick.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. But yeah, fuck the Motor City Machine Guns, man. Like I've been sick of them for a while. They're corny. It was. I felt like I was being tortured watching Alex Shelley as the TNA champion and Chris Sabin as the 1,000-time X Division champion.
That and he lost tonight in a rematch.
Good.
That
good. Ali whooped his ass. Good.
And that's why my dude wears pants now. That is exactly why Fergal wears pants now.
And Cookie, you know why you thought that? Because for the longest, what does Finn like to do?
He was always putting his dick in the camera.
His dick in the fucking camera. Pause. Well, that's what he loved to do. So that surprised me that Cookies, you had that first thought. Like, who is this? Who is this little gremlin-looking motherfucker with the cucumber? Because he always put his fin on the camera screen.
I just like his interest. I just like doing the my simple ass. That's what I like. I like crowd participation. Oh, what? We can get your interest too? Oh, shoot. Shit.
Shit, when his ass was in the next team, on them damn house shows that I used to go to, that's my ass was doing.
Right. I went to that show like, oh, I don't even like this dude all like that. Then he came out, I was like, oh, I see why everybody like this dude. I came into the chat like, yo, I like Finn Balor now. Finn Balor is the greatest.
Mm-hmm.
I had, Finn, Roman, Seth. They probably got an equal tie on and Shawn Michaels. But Shawn Michaels is the GOAT, so he always gonna have more shirts. He said, no wonder that fan had Finn Balor, before he got married, was a menace in Orlando and in NXT. That man was going through them. And like he was on a CM Punk, like CM Punk was running through them before he got with AJ. Like, but yeah, Finn Balor. I think Finn Balor even messed with Liv Morgan at one point. Like, yeah, like
a little Irish. Finn is such an Irish hoe.
Like NXT, like even current day NXT is bad, but we got too much. Let's finish up Sacrifice. Yeah. We had Jordan Grace.
We're gonna get to NXT later. We're gonna get to that.
Right. We had Jordan Grace defeating Tasha and Zaya Brookside by pinfall. She successfully defended her TNA title, and then we all picked her to win. And then we had Moose defeating Eric Young by pinfall, 22 minutes. So that was that. It was a good show. It was the title changes are what saved them. Because everything else was, we knew what was going to happen.
Right. It's a typical TNA special. You'll get a title change or two. You may get someone showing up. You may get a heel turn here and there. But what Matt just said, you know what's going to happen.
Right. Oh, Cookies.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Now his wife just got to deal with that now. He found him a Spanish chick. Yeah, that's why people be like, oh, he be talking to Damian Priest. His wife is Spanish. His wife is Latina. He already know all this. That's why fan he That's why he was one of my favorites. Because he with the people. Because they folks be thinking I'm one of them, and I'm not. I'm just a black dude. But if I say something just with a little bit of twang on it, they'll be like, oh. Like, no habla español. Oh my God. Like, I'm not one of y'all. I'm sorry. I do like Ray now. Don't tell them that. Don't tell them I said now, though. Judgment Day is low-key the Mexican cartel. I hate that they call Damian Priest the bisexual Undertaker on Twitter. Because he be getting his hair braided and all that. So they be calling him the bisexual Undertaker. I'm like, y'all ain't got to talk about him like that. But we're going to get into... We can talk about Raw. We can talk about NXT.
Hold on. They call him what?
They call Damian Priest on Twitter the bisexual Undertaker because he be wearing all that tight stuff, but then his hair be all braided, but he dark. He's supposed to be dark and scary.
First of all, I never motherfucker who said that on Twitter said that to that man's face. Okay? Not never one of the motherfuckers who tweets that will say that to that man's face.
Right.
He will turn into Punishment Martinez on your candy ass. So get the fuck out of here, man. Like when I see that big tall motherfucker, I don't see no bisexual taker. I just see a scary motherfucking black and purple and black.
That's how I look at Killer Cross. When I saw that nigga at StarCast and he was all sitting in that chair, arms folded, looking like he was unhappy to be there. And Anthony wanted to be trying to take pictures of old girl. I ain't taking no. I'm gonna stare at her from all the way over here because that nigga look like he can get between from where he's at to where I'm at in 0.2 seconds. I'm not even about to look at Scarlett.
It's Tito, I'm pretty sure the majority, because you know it's men that said that shit. The majority of men who are saying that the way because he flips his hair, you know they're a bunch of bald-headed skittle diddles. Receding hairline, bald-headed ass motherfuckers, okay? And wish they had a head full of hair like Damian Priest, okay?
Like they love to talk about Damian Priest, but I mean, for the most part, like you said, I ain't gonna say that shit to him. I like Damian Priest. Kenny calls him Ricky Spanish, so I like him. I like his theme song is one of the few. His entrance music is one of the few entrance themes that they did a good job on. So he's cool in my opinion. I just wish he would cash in the fucking Money in the Bank at some damn time before the damn season is over with. Like, I don't like, fuck the Money in the Bank. I am. Someone said that the Money in the Bank has become the WWE. It's the equivalent of the NBA dunk contest. One of the podcasts I listen to call it that. What you think? Would you call it that, low key? It's the equivalent of the dunk contest right now, because the dunk contest is like.
In terms of no one giving a fuck about it.
Yeah, like is the Money in the Bank low key kind of like that right now through the last, like Austin Theory, that ass run, whatever they're doing with Priest, whoever had it before Theory, whatever. It's like the last time it was really cool was when they had all that shit with Otis, the pandemic Money in the Bank. Honestly, the whole pandemic and the Money in the Bank was awesome for the men because the women. Oscar won, and then Becky was like, I got the club shot up. You the champion, girl.
Right. So you know what that is a I never would have thought of it like that.
Right.
A comparison. And what I'm gonna bring up is something that you've been bringing up for years now, Matt. They need to get rid of Money in the Bank and just bring back the King of the Ring.
Right.
It's the number one contender.
Like they did that 1 year with Brock Lesnar, And I was like, oh, so every time you win King of the Ring, you just supposed to become the #1 contender. And then it was like, no, that was just for that year. I'm like, no, that should always be like you are King of the Ring and #1 contender. You can go to SummerSlam and main event SummerSlam or something. Like, let that be an accomplishment again. But they love to bring back the King of the Ring as a little TV tournament so somebody can be king as a gimmick. Like, I honestly feel like they could bring back, they could have Money in the Bank and King of the Ring coexist as long as they just got to get rid of one of them as a pay-per-view. Like,
right.
But I know they're not going to want to do that. And I know they're not going to want to add up. Well, they could make and do whatever they want because they got the money to do it. Because I was thinking about that earlier. Like, we always used to say, like, oh, they can't do an overseas pay-per-view. They don't do that. It's too hard to do. UFC be doing that shit in Australia, and our asses be sitting here watching whoever punch somebody's face in Australia. So they can definitely now, and they're both under the same umbrella now. Yeah, that ain't no excuse. That ain't no excuse no more.
It's funny you mentioned Australia because I've never heard Perth being said so much within the past few weeks. Like, I didn't even know what a Perth, Australia was before elimination.
Because learning about Australia, we just learned about Australia, kangaroos, Sydney. Mm-hmm. We don't hear about nothing else and Aborigines.
Mm-hmm. You hear Melbourne because that's what the Australian Open is.
Right, Melbourne, Sydney, kangaroos, Aborigines. And y'all toilets flush the other way.
And Steve Irwin. And Steve Irwin. That's about
right.
it.
R.I.P. A real nigga. Fuck Stingrays.
But yeah, they have to, because that briefcase it has lost so much luster, and that's the sad part is they have it on the right person.
Right.
They have it on someone like Damian Priest, and he had ample time to cash in. And if he, I'm not even going to say what I was about to say, but yeah, I'm about to think if we have another failed cash in, oh my God. But they need to just bring back the King of the Ring. The King of the Ring, that could be a whole pay-per-view.
It really could.
That could be a whole pay-per-view. You can have that entire tournament in one night. You can have a first round, second round, semifinals, and the final. And the winner of that,
really good.
The winner of that gets a shot at gets a title shot at his or her choosing. You have a King of the Ring or a Queen of the Ring. And the winner, like I just said, the winner of that gets a title shot at his or her choosing.
Because like one of the few things WWE really needs to do, and I'm mad they haven't done it, and they're not going to do it. I guess they're just going to keep just playing. Yeah, King of the Ring used to be an all one night. It used to be an all in one night. And then when I started watching wrestling, they would have all the little quarterfinals and qualifiers all happen during Raw. Then SmackDown popped up, so they would have them on there. But the semifinals and finals would be on the pay-per-view, and that would be it. Then when that 02, because I remember I went to the last official King of the Ring pay-per-view in Columbus when Brock won, because I swore up and down we all thought RVD was RVD and Brock Lesnar. We all thought RVD was about to win, and Brock caught that dude trying to go for a 5-star frog splash or something. He caught him out the air. He caught him like this, flipped him over his shoulders, and F5'd him straight to hell. And all of us just went quiet like, oh, shit. It was like 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Like, damn. Like, he really? Okay. And then a couple months later, he was doing the same thing to Rock. So I always remember that pay-per-view. I love that pay-per-view. I like the whole tournament concept. It's the one thing that I love that AEW does, except they do. I like them when they do them. Tournaments always make sense. If you want to figure something out, do a tournament. You ain't got to do a battle royal. Do a tournament because you can stretch a tournament out. Mm-hmm. They can really do King and Queen of the Ring. Yeah, just like they always they tried to they stuck it on the Saudi show because the Saudis have a king and all that. No, that stuff could be right here in America. You have a whole IP that you could use, intellectual property that they're not using all like that. They love to use all of WCW's stuff on NXT. King of the Ring was previously was one of their big pay-per-views, and it got knocked out because of Money in the Bank. And Money in the Bank low-key needs to be back. It needs to this year, the last few years, now that WrestleMania is a 2-night show, this is when you really need to be having the Raw and SmackDown Money in the Bank matches. But they don't do those no more. They're just one unified Money in the Bank match. So now we have a big giant tag match, which low-key isn't needed, because if they really wanted to have a ladder match, they could have a ladder match again amongst all the top tag teams in the company. It could be a free-for-all. It don't matter. You can have DIY. They can have all those same people in that match. Just take the Judgment Day out and say, whoever wins this are the newly crowned WWE Tag Team Champions for SmackDown, whatever they want to call it for SmackDown, because SmackDown don't got no belt. They don't got no tag belts.
Right.
They could have made this ladder match for the SmackDown belts and had everybody in that match that's in it right now just take Judgment Day out, and everybody could have still been fighting for a belt. Judgment Day could have been doing something else. Mm-hmm. They could have been defending against Miz and R-Truth because that was rumored for the longest. They could have been doing that, or they could have just been doing anything besides not being in a ladder match. But they're doing this, and it's still not solving the problem. Because even at the end of that ladder match, you're still going to have unified tag champions.
Yeah.
Just split them already. They're delaying the inevitable. It's just like it's just like AEW and the international and continental belt. You just combine them. Just separate these belts. They're doing just like they did with the women when they were unified. No, when they were separate, just unify them. No, y'all got 2 shows. Each show need a belt. They don't want to do that. But we were talking about NXT. When me and Greg talked about it, I said it turned into Saved by the Bell now. That was a preview of NXT on CW. Because we got Trick out here kissing, Trick and Lash Legend, going public with their relationship.
I said it last week. I said this is Saved by the Bell, the college years. That's NXT. NXT is Saved by the Bell, the college years.
Everybody hates the college years, and that's one of my favorite. I love the college years. Y'all can hate me all y'all want. That theme song is shit. I like looking at them growing up because I was tired of the high school shit.
I like the college years too. Like with NXT, with me, like first of all, we all know Matt. This is Matt's baby. Like this generation of NXT is Matt's baby. Okay, me, I've grown to like it. Like I like this version of NXT. Do I love it? No, but do I like it? Yes. There's some things about this NXT that I don't like, but there's a lot that I do like.
Right.
And thankfully the stuff that I do like overshadows what I don't like. But then again, you know what? That's just me just being a black and gold mark. And I'm gonna forever be a black and gold mark.
Oh,
that's
yeah. Because there's certain stuff that they do that I'm just like, okay, that was dumb. And I'll just be like, I know I'm not gonna just eat it all up, be like, oh, this was good. No, some stuff is just straight up ass.
and you know what? Like this episode of NXT was fire. This was a damn good episode of NXT. And what you see, especially with the promos and the vignettes and just the storytelling, it's like, okay, Shawn Michaels is really in his bag.
Yeah.
Like with the whole vignette with the Don and Ilya.
Yeah, I love a lot of the stuff they've done. Because I didn't know what they were going to do once they had the tag belts taken off of the family. So I'm like, well, what are they about to do with him? And then they finally turned him into the Don of NXT and redid his whole entrance. And they gave him an actual, like, syndicate, a whole family actually now. And I'm like, okay, we're to take him seriously. And then before we know it, he's beating Mello. I'm like, okay, y'all are finally pulling the trigger on making him the Don of NXT. I don't see him beating Dragunov, but it's gonna be a good ass match because his build, I like the way Tony D'Angelo was built. Like he looks like a wrestler. Like he's stocky, like the way everything, even his attire looks appropriate on him. Like the gimmick they gave him matches him perfectly because even the stuff he wears is on him perfectly. He looks like he should look. And Dragunov looks like he should look. Like they both fit their gimmicks perfectly. It's gonna be a throwback match from the 80s because you're gonna have two heavily gimmick guys that are really gonna be just wrestling. Like they're just gonna I don't even know what to expect. I just know it's gonna be hard hitting. Because him and Ciampa thought that was a good ass match, and he was just starting out. So I know him and Dragunov about to break his face.
Yeah, the Don. Yeah, to your point, I've enjoyed what they've done with him. He's really Tony Soprano now,
right?
Like he is really Tony Soprano. And the way he finessed his way, first of all, the way he finessed his way to get the match with Mello was something else. So instead of it being Mello and Ilya, you know what? They had to do it that way because at that point, Stand and Deliver is still a little far, still a little ways, you know?
Right. Because they even caught me off guard with that.
Because, like, to be honest, you couldn't have, I mean, you could have, but it wouldn't have made much sense to have Ilya and Mello at Roadblock. It's like
right.
That's a match that has to be at a takeover, you know, or a takeover. So it was good to put the Don into the mix. You know what? I finessed my way into this match. So now instead of it being Mello versus Ilya for the title, it's going to be me versus Mello, and the winner gets the title shot at Stand and Deliver. So now you have an extra storyline within that. And you get more time to build towards the title match to Stand and Deliver. And the part that had me crying is when they stuffed my man Ilya in the trunk of that car.
Oh my gosh. Ew. I just saw this in the chat. The Chargers are trading Keenan Allen to the Bears.
Yeah.
Ew.
I'm watching UC Baylor, and I saw it in the ticker. I was just like, okay.
I get that. Justin. Somebody got a weapon. I can't even say Justin Fields.
Right. Somebody got Keenan Allen. DJ Moore now to throw the ball too. So somebody gonna have some fun.
Right.
You don't know who it is. You don't know if it's gonna be Justin Fields. It damn sure ain't gonna be what's his name? Tyson.
Caleb Williams.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Caleb Williams.
It's about to be Ryan Tannehill. Watch out, y'all.
And I'm gonna just stare at the Bears. I'm gonna stare at them.
Y'all about to get hit with that tanning trend. Tannehill coming for y'all niggas.
And I'm gonna be like, and I'm just look at them like, oh hell no. You better off just drafting Caleb Williams.
They might as well draft Carson Palmer. They gonna get that with the John Morrell sausage. Shit.
Yeah. Somebody gonna be happy going to DJ Moore and Keenan Allen. Although Keenan Allen get no, Keenan Allen can still ball. I picked him up in though, but that's another thing.
Chargers is right. I'm like, I don't want his ass to finish. He gonna ball for somebody, but not me.
Not me.
Right, but yeah, NXT just been. I'm looking forward to Stand and Deliver. You got Mello and Trick. You're gonna have Roxanne. Oh yeah, we were talking about that, and now you hear Roxanne and her little booty ass heel turn. Because Mongo was like, yeah, Mike brought it up. Ain't nobody scared of her. She ain't hurting. She ain't scared of nobody.
I was watching that promo, and Mongo said what I was thinking. Mongo said she is dying out there, and I fucking hollered. I'm like, bro, that was exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, that girl does not have one heel bone in her body.
That crowd was so quiet. I was just like, I was playing on my phone because I'm like, yeah, I already know this is ass because you don't even have my attention.
I mean, I'm looking in the crowd. You see people on their phone.
Right.
You see people just scrolling. I'm like, oh shit, they doing what I'm doing at home. Just scrolling their phone. So like, when is this
like, we know this an act. It ain't like it was Mello. Now Mello come out there, he got everybody's attention. Ain't nobody caring about you, little mad little baby. That's all she is. She's a mad little baby.
Just a spoiled little brat. That's all she is.
Hey, spoiled little brat. All you need is a nap. That's all you need. Like, over here talking about it. Now you can come out and give me my belt. Like, no. Like, if I have to side with Ava, that's how I know you're not even a good heel. Because Ava came out there and was like, no. Maddie said, someone's gonna go bad when they break out the mesh and booty shorts. And even still, then you saw Booker was quiet during all of that because Booker know her ass was sucking. he knew she sucked. He didn't say not a damn word. Hear that shit. Any other time, Roxanne, oh yeah, she's the prodigy. Oh yeah. Nope, he ain't said nothing because he knew. Yeah, your prodigy is booty.
You know what Book was doing? This right here. And when is this shit gonna be over with? Right,
yeah, Book was on his phone. He looking at DoorDash like, yep. Yeah, she don't know nothing about being no heel. I ain't teach her nothing about being a heel. Nope. Ain't nobody looking at her. Right, and we are like, I'm not even looking forward to her versus Lyra. Because low-key, I'm tired of Lyra. And Mongo brought it up, like her presentation was better in NXT UK. And it was, because here on this regular NXT, her presentation is booty.
And this is why, as much as great as Tiffany Stratton is, she has been awesome on the main roster. This is why I think they called her up too quick. Because if you keep her down there, let her have a lengthy run as NXT champion, women's champion. Yeah. So that you can build another babyface that the crowd can get behind. Because you can just tell the crowd does not give one solitary fuck about that women's division minus Miss Parker.
They like Miss Parker because I like Miss Parker for the same reason they like Miss Parker.
Yeah. So we love Miss Parker. Miss Parker. We love Miss Parker.
But I support all the black women's. I support all the black women's on the roster. I love that because NXT is the blackest roster on television. That's why I like it.
Yeah.
And it just happens to be just happens to be ran by HBK.
Yeah, that is the end of NXT is for niggas.
It really is. Last Legend, Jada Parker, Trick Williams, Mello, all basically the metaphor. But no dark. He black too. Ava, shoot. She black too.
Nigga. Yep.
Right.
She's Rock's daughter, so she's a nigga.
Exactly.
Oba, he nigga.
Oba. HBK, he black. All the black folks love HBK.
stupid ass scripts in that crew.
Right. Whack ass OTM. This is how you know Jada Parker is the truth, because they brought out OTM. They put Reggie with OTM. OTM was supposed to be getting a push. And then out of nowhere, they just kind of flatlined. And then they put Jada Parker with them. And now it's become the Jada Parker show featuring Reggie and OTM. I was out here saying, hey, watch out for Jada Parker right before she even started showing up. I already knew who she was. I already knew who she was, because I'd be telling y'all, me and HB, I'll be right there with HBK. Y'all be thinking I'm lying. I'll be right there. Y'all be thinking I'm lying. And Noam Dar is black. Noam Dar is damn sure black. If his hair braids up too damn good, not be black.
Right. First of all, it's raining goddamn cats and dogs and
here too,
dude. I'm listening to Matt. I'm just like, what the hell is this going on outside? Oh, it's a fucking torrential downpour happening outside right now.
Right.
I'm like, what the?
Dude.
Goddamn.
I do. I already know. Let some place say Shawn Michaels doing a signing or DX is doing a meet and greet and a picture. My picture right now is me and Eric Bischoff. Oh, it's gonna be me and DX. Especially if it's freaking or it's Shawn Michaels. Oh, because you gotta. I always tell folks, people be like, "Why is Shawn Michaels your favorite?" I started watching wrestling, and that nigga wasn't even wrestling no more, and he was my favorite wrestler. How somebody gonna be your favorite wrestler? You only can watch them on tape. Like, I didn't get to see him wrestle until he came back into a versus Triple H at that SummerSlam. I only got to watch him on tape until that moment. And then seeing him wrestle up until that point, I was like, okay, yep, he's still the truth. And that whole run, I thought he just lived up to everything I saw on tape and more. Except he didn't win the title, minus that little booty-ass Survivor Series run. But then I found out he didn't even want to win the title. That disappointed me. He's like, I didn't want to win the world title. They just gave me that, and I told them I didn't want it anymore. Yeah, you had me hyped up thinking, so him versus John Cena super faked me out, because I thought he was going to whoop John Cena's ass. He didn't. He sure didn't. He sure didn't. I thought he was going to whoop Hulk Hogan's ass, and then I found out Hulk Hogan was a dick. Yep, he sure didn't. I hated seeing him lose to Hulk Hogan. Then found out Hulk Hogan don't even like us. He don't even like niggas. See, fuck Hulk Hogan. I ain't got that shirt on, but fuck Hulkamania.
Right.
Definitely
The only thing Hulk Hogan is good for is starting a new world.
Basically, fuck Hulk every day, all day, every day, twice on Sunday. Fuck Hulk Hogan.
Every time I think of Hulk Hogan, I think of that clip where all the black wrestlers 2K beat the shit out of him in the ring. Now you hear, fight back, and Hulk is getting
every year. They already did it for the new one. Niggas already found it for the new one. They got all the black wrestlers jumping him for the new 2K. Hulk again. Keep putting Hulk Hogan in the game. He just gonna keep getting jumped by. He gonna get jumped by Lashley, Big E. He gonna get jumped by the New Day, Street Profits, all of them.
But excuse me. But yeah, we back to NXT. We gotta talk about the moment of NXT. Trick Daddy. Hey boy,
Trick Williams. He was talking that shit. I was not expecting him okay, he caught Last Legend. I'm like, all right, cool. I know you ain't gonna hit her. What you about to do? And then they kissed. I was just over here like, oh. I'm like, what is going on? Like, that was the equivalent of Zach and Lisa randomly kissing on Saved by the Bell and Screech walking in. And I'm just like, I didn't even know that. I seen them take a picture together at stuff for the Love and WWE event, and people was like, oh, shit, together. And then someone said, no, they're not together. They just good friends. Because they weren't, I was like, oh, whatever. I don't be caring about that shit. But then they was kissing like that. I said, oh, no, y'all together. y'all doing more than just kissing.
Trick and Last out here fucking.
Right. They was both in relationships when they got to NXT. They were in separate relationships. One of them was married, and the other one was in a relationship. And now they're together.
Hey. Look, listen. Look. We here at the Under the Ring podcast. We are huge fans of Trick and Lash. Hey, Trick, boy. Hey, when I saw, because I was at the gym, and I saw Mongo like, oh shit. I'm like, what the hell happened? And I saw the rest of it. I was like, okay then, Trick. I'm like, what the hell happened? So I went on Twitter X, and I saw Trick put that wet one on Lash. I said, yeah, Trick. Let's fucking go, Trick. I'm like, hey, Trick, I see you, boy.
Right.
I'm mad at the Trick. Because what did he say before that? He said, yeah, I can tell by the way Lash is looking at me. He was like, I can tell by the way Lash is looking at me. And Trick gave her a little, right, baddie. Right, hey, Trick, yep. Hey. And you know what's so, and this is why I love us. When I mean us,
right.
Nibbles. You could just Black Wrestling Twitter, Black Wrestling Facebook. That was the talk of the past 24 hours. That's all I kept seeing was people's reaction off that moment when Trick and Lash started the lip wrestle.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what makes, and this is how you know Shawn Michaels is a nigga. Because you know that Shawn Michaels loves mess. He loves mess. And that was messy and that was awesome at the same damn time.
Sure was.
Hey, man. Listen, Trick, bravo, man.
Man.
And that's
I can't wait to see. Like, they're telling us, like, if y'all didn't realize, the Trick is definitely next up in NXT. He's about to send Mello on his way on up and out. But
they're telling us right now that Trick is becoming him.
Right. Like
that's what they're telling us. Trick is starting to become him.
Like, he went from being the sidekick to being the main guy so quickly. And it's clear that everybody loves Trick. Everybody knows he's him. Him and Melo are both him. And for one, like there is no Jannetty out of them two. It's just two Sean.
Exactly.
For the first time ever. For the first time ever, you have no Marty. Sean has done the impossible. He made two hymns. Like he literally, we all have seen, like, if anybody didn't know what Carmelo's previous name before he came to WWE was, it was Christian Casanova. That's basically Black HBK. We've all seen HBK in him. As Mongo calls him BK. Because he like, that's Sean's black son. And they are that he is literally Mr. Drummond. And they are that is definitely he is Mr. Drummond. Those are both of his black sons.
Trick and Melo is Arnold and Willis.
He out here being Mr. Drummond. And Sean freaking Bottom Drummond, baby.
And the world goes
I think I'm cute. I'm gonna adopt you. You got the looks. You can be my black son.
NXT world.
He knows how to make a hymn. And if you already are low-key on the same wave as him, he gonna let you do whatever. Like, I heard an interview where they asked Melo, they were like, how do you get away with doing so much? He's like, man, Sean don't be knowing half the stuff I'm talking about. So I just tell him that I'm going to do this. And then I'll just tell him like, it's going to be cool. I'm not going to do nothing crazy. He's like, all right, I trust you. Because he knows how far to push it. And Shawn Michaels knows, and Sean knows how far Melo is going to push it. Because everybody, like, for some reason, no, it's just crazy. Everybody in that locker room is basically they think of Shawn Michaels how I think of Shawn Michaels. Even though they're younger than me. They're all like, oh, Shawn Michaels the GOAT. Because they were fortunate, they were little kids when I was watching Shawn Michaels on that second run. So they're like, oh, this dude is the truth.
You know what?
Him. Then you get the people like Johnny Gargano that are my age, that are our age. We're like, oh, HBK the GOAT. So you got this whole locker room that analyzes this dude. So everybody prior in there is like, oh, I became a wrestler because of this guy. Especially somebody like Melo. And he's just like, oh, yeah, I already know how to act like him. It don't take nothing. Now, all he's getting is HBK seasoning put on it. And then Trick went from going, Trick Willie, I'm about it, to whoop that Trick because of the crowd participation. Now it's thanks to Booker and all his ad-libs to, man, as soon as you hear that music, you know, literally him and Jay Uso probably have the two livest entrances.
Oh, yeah.
If you get hyped.
Oh, yeah.
You hear that dum 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 dum. Man, if Jay Uso is down in your set, oh no, it's up me, or as Deirdre said, I'm all by myself, just me. I like her remix because that's literally all he's saying.
That's exactly what
it's just me, Oops. I'm all by myself. I'm all alone. I need somebody.
Exactly, Batty. Wrestling is the niggas. And like, and to Matt's point, the way that NXT locker room looks at HBK is the way the NBA looks at LeBron.
Right.
The generation of superstars like the Jason Tatums and the Lukas and all these dudes, they look at LeBron as, oh, he is the GOAT.
Right.
He's the GOAT. And you know what? You know the great thing about Trick Trick always had a character.
Yeah.
That's what made me like Trick. I said, okay, Trick don't got it in the ring yet, but as a character, he got it. Even when he was saying Trick, I'm about it. I was like, okay, I fuck with that, yeah.
Right.
I was like, yeah, I fuck with it. Cause that's some nigga shit. I'm like, yeah, I fuck with that. I fuck with Trick because he solidified his character. And then he finally put the in-ring work and messed it with it. Now, like we just said, Trick is ready. Trick is ready for that NXT title. He's ready to be the face of that brand.
Like, he really is. Like, I'm looking forward. Like, he's definitely going to be the face of that brand when they go to the CW. Because his black ass, put his black ass with Lash, and then All American right next to it. I don't even watch All American, but I know that shit comes on the CW, and it's got a bunch of black folks on it, and they happen to be black. Legend and Trick Williams next to the All American folks. The CW. Remnants of the UPN. Remnants of the WB. Y'all thought we was gone? Oh no, baby. We got freaking Lash.
We got
these black ass names for you. Especially when they go to the CW, they're gonna have Mello bring his black ass right on. Hey, we need a Mello too. Hey, come on down for this. Come right back real quick. Mello versus Trick, the rematch.
This is the rematch.
Right. The rematch. You had Debo come over the loudspeaker like, oh shit. Debo back. This is the rematch. Yeah, the rematch.
Mello gonna have that cameo or the debut or the night when they debut on the CW, and we gonna see Mello's ass right back on SmackDown.
Right. They were like, yeah, if you like Mello, watch him on SmackDown on USA. Your ass better have cable because you ain't about to see him never again.
Shawn Michaels got NXT going in the right direction. Like I said earlier, it's some stuff I look at and I'm like, okay, why the hell did they do this?
Right.
But like I also said, the good definitely outweighs the bad. And there's not much that's bad. And you know what? It's not even bad. It's more like, what the fuck? Why did they do that? It's more what the fuck than bad. See, I can deal with what the fuck because you can fix what the fuck. Bad is just like, I don't know. I'm gonna have to skip that. Like right now, the only thing that's really like what the fuck about NXT is their women's division.
Yeah, like the whole Mongo brought up the whole waste of time they had with having JC Jane. Basically, Thea Hale yelled at her because they lost the match, and then Thea Hale said, "You're acting more. You're more toxic than you was. Than you." She said, "You're acting more toxic now than you was when I met you." And I'm like, "Oh, that just tells me right there." You're bringing back toxic attraction. So you just wasted the last 6 months of JC Jane like joining Chase U, them going out of business, like her getting Thea Hale to kind of start acting different, Chase U falling apart, then them helping Chase U, do the calendar. They did that calendar shit just like a few weeks ago. Then they saved them from closing. Like all that shit that happened. Chase U and closed up, went broke, all that. And now we're right back at square one. The Chase Creator is a heel again.
Her earlier,
Right.
heel turn. Like we got this bullshit heel turn, and it's like it's all being forced.
Mm-hmm.
it's all being forced, and it was like I said, like they should have kept the likes of Tiffany Stratton there just a little bit longer.
Right.
You could have had Tiffany. Really, you could have had Tiffany there until SummerSlam, or at least until like June or something.
Yeah, they really could have. Tiffany could be facing Roxanne, not Roxanne. She could be facing Lyra. Like, I would be more interested in watching that than seeing Lyra and Roxanne, because at least Tiffany can be, she can be stanking all that and still be she could be a face and act that way. She could be a heel and act that way, because we all know somebody who acts like that, and they're a good person at the same time. They just be like, ew. So like Tiffany Stratton would have, if it was me, Tiffany Stratton would have been having one last. She would have been showing up at NXT to challenge Lyra one more time before letting her go. But they want to do that and put it on what's the face? Roxanne. And I'm just like, I'm not. Nobody's really feeling that. None of us really want that.
Right.
I'm just see what's happening on SmackDown tomorrow, because I'm pretty sure we're not gonna do a show for tomorrow. We're gonna take Friday off. We got a singles match between Bayley and Dakota Kai. Pretty sure Bayley gonna whoop that ass. We got Rey Mysterio returning. I don't even know if he's wrestling, but he's returning. We got The Rock also coming back. The Rock is it's The Rock. The Rock is showing up. So you know it's going to be a good-ass show. The Rock is showing up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's all I ever think about. It's like, if they say if The Rock is doing something, they be like, oh, Memphis. I know it's in Memphis. They're like, oh, The Rock is going to be there. Cool. That means Roman Reigns is going to be there. Like, this is the only good time of the year. This is WrestleMania season, which means all the big name folks like Rock and Roman, folks that don't normally show up, they got to show up now. And Rock has been electrifying us with his entrances, especially his entrances, because that entrance last week was cool as shit.
That shit was fire.
That shit was fucking fire. Like, when he came out, because I was like, all right, they came to commercial, and they're like, if you smell, I was like, all right, cool. And I saw that bull in the background. I was like, yo, what the hell? Then I saw the lightning bolts. I was like, oh my goodness, this dude got the greatest entrance of all time now. Like, y'all ain't gave this dude Loki Pyro. Because at first I was like, oh, he got the Hollywood. I thought it was about to be Hollywood Rock. And I said, oh, he had updated the Hollywood Rock entrance. Like, all of his entrances are like a combination. He's wearing Versace. That's like corporate rock. And then he's coming out to all this other junk. So he's Hollywood corporate rock. I love it. So, like, we know he's showing up tomorrow. So he's going to have some more bullshit. He's going to have some more, and I ain't going to say bullshit. He's going to have some more shit to tell us. But that just means be on the lookout for him to be posted on Twitter, because you know he got to give us a pre-promo for his long promo on SmackDown. Last week they ran out of time because they were supposed to still have time after he got slapped, but his entrance and all that ate up all the time. So after he got slapped, that's why it just went off. Right. Why did this end like that? Because them niggas ran out of time. And they told The Rock to hurry up, and he didn't. You don't rush The Rock.
Exactly. You guys say,
you don't rush The Rock.
You don't rush The Rock. The Rock's gonna take his time.
Right.
You know what? And I was thinking about this when I saw The Rock come out with his new video package. I was thinking like, damn, this would have been the only thing that's missing is the Hollywood Rock theme song. It's like his current theme song is cool. Like, I like it.
Right.
But it's just that especially when he got the the video package when the helicopters come in and all you hear is, oh, like, rock that shit. I'm like, oh, with Rock would have brought that back. Like, that's the only thing that's missing. Like, if you brought back Versace wearing corporate Rock, you gotta mix in the Hollywood Rock thing. Like, I know that's a small detail, but I'm just like, I mean,
by the time we get to WrestleMania, I'm already looking forward to seeing how this dude about to show up at WrestleMania, because he doing this. This is for regular TV. What are you about to do on Lincoln Financial?
Right.
This man about to. What you gonna come out on a Brahma Bull? What you about to do? What the fuck are you about to do? You about to come out on a cloud? Like, cause like I wasn't even expecting that lightning stuff, and I'm like, yo, y'all just showing off the money y'all got. Like, that's that UFC money. That's UFC entrance.
That's Endeavor.
That's that Endeavor money. I'm like, WWE ain't never did no entrance like this. Where y'all get lightning from? I'm like, oh yeah, people about to be coming out on clouds. It's about to be looking like it's about to be looking like Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
What up, Africa?
Oh my God.
And on that note, I think we have been sufficiently electrified.
I want to talk about Raw, but after that,
we're talking about Raw. What about Raw?
I don't know. I want to talk about Raw after what's in that damn chat right now. That's what happens when you do something raw all the time. But I do want to talk about real quick.
Also, if y'all ain't see it, y'all better, Africa. Stop.
Listen, this is how you know we reached a new height with the Under the Ring podcast. When you see shit like this pop up in our chat.
Woo! Jeez. They could have put all that in the second one. They could have put that with AIDS. They ain't had to put this exclamation point. Right, Kanisha. Exactly. Right. WTF.
Sammy.
Oh yeah, that bullshit.
We had the Gauntlet match to determine who's going to face Gunther at WrestleMania. And for weeks now, we've been hearing about Sammy. Oh, I'm on my way to WrestleMania. I have to do the WrestleMania, and then boom, he runs into Gunther. And when that happened, I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, we're going to have Sammy and Gunther at WrestleMania. But meanwhile, in the midst of all that, we've been having fire-ass vignettes for one, Chad Gable.
Right.
Now, some revision history, Chad Gable, he actually had a feud with Gunther. Come on now. Daughter cry because Gunther whipped her daddy's ass in front of her.
Like, the story was right there, and I think folks happy that Sammy won, and I'm like, how? I don't understand. I'm like, Sammy is cool. It's not like we hate Sammy. We're not hating Sammy. The story is there. I'm not, like, for me, I'm holding out hope. One, the fact that someone brought up on Twitter that Chad Gable's shoulders went down. And just the way that Gable was just looking at him in that embrace, I just don't see how you don't have, if that man's not about to have his WrestleMania moment, then he's either he has to be beating him either the night after WrestleMania or at Backlash. Because I'm pretty sure we all know, even the podcast I listen to, we all know 2024 is probably going to be the year of Gunther. Like Gunther is getting that title taken off of him. He's going to probably be hot-shotted into a world title. He's going to be hot-shotted instantly into the world title picture. Mm-hmm. Because he's earned it.
Exactly.
Like, exactly. It would make more sense instead like for me, Sammy had his moment last year. Why is Sammy getting back to back? Why he already beat the bloodline and main evented night 1 of WrestleMania. That's what he was harping about, leading all these other months talking. Now he's getting to face Gunther. Either like I don't see him beating Gunther because if Roman is supposed to be losing, if Rhea, and I don't know if Rhea, whatever Rhea is doing, she might keep her title. Like somebody is losing. We know Roman is losing. Bayley is probably going to win, so Io is losing. Whoever, I get, like, could Gunther win again? Because Gunther he went into WrestleMania last year. I could see him winning again and then losing to Chad Gable the next night if they want to do something like that. But I would hope it just makes more sense for that moment to be at WrestleMania. I would hate for them to be like, oh, we're just going to give him that moment the night after WrestleMania. Like, don't do him like, give him that moment and don't treat him as it like they did Zack Ryder, aka Matt Cardona. Because remember, he won at WrestleMania and then he lost to Miz the next fucking night.
Yeah.
In front of his dad. They're like, oh, we gave him his moment. No, don't do that. Yeah. Let Chad Gable defend this because whoever beats Gunther is a made man.
Mm-hmm.
So they should be defending that title up into the fullest. And I just feel like that isn't Sammy. He's already a multiple-time Intercontinental Champion. Mongo brought it up. They brought it up during the match, and Mongo reminded us. They brought up that Chad Gable has not won a single title. He's only won tag titles. He didn't win King of the Ring because when he was on that run at Shorty G, he lost to Baron Corbin, and Baron Corbin became King Corbin. So he don't have no accomplishments besides being an Olympian. That is awesome. I ain't gonna say that. I ain't saying like that ain't shit. That's awesome. But he's just a multiple-time tag champion with Jason Jordan and other folks. Bobby, all his people he's been tag champions with are gone. Bobby Roode, Shelton Benjamin, and Jason Jordan. And they had moved Otis over to Zazawa. So that makes me wonder, okay, what are y'all doing with this guy? Is he going to be relegated to the Battle Royal? Andre the Giant Battle Royal?
Oh my God, that's a downgrade.
And like he has to be included in something of importance and not that. He has to be in that Intercontinental title match. I'm hoping for some type of fuckery to happen for him to get put in there.
And that's what when Kenny earlier in the week, I'm like, hopefully it's a triple threat at Mania. Because you do a triple threat at Mania, you can easily book the next feud for the show.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you can have it two ways. You can either have Gunther get pinned by Gable, or you can protect Gunther and have Gable pin Sammy.
Yep.
I would have Gable pin Sammy, and then boom, that's the next feud for the Intercontinental Championship. That's the next right there. They can feud for the next month or so. And then, if you want to have Sammy beat Gable, fine. But to your point, Matt, you can't let that story of Gable go unfinished. He has to win that belt. He has to win his first singles title.
Right.
He has to.
And that's been the thing that all of us have just been irritated by because everybody's like, well, Sammy is one, and y'all was wanting Sammy to have a match. Yeah, we were. We want Sammy to have a match too. But there ain't no reason why is he in this match? Why he gotta have this match? Because all the promos, everything that they've been feeding to us has been telling us Chad Gable was supposed to win. Y'all told us he gave us 2 promos. Then y'all told us he hadn't won a singles title. Then y'all had him come out last in the gauntlet. And then he didn't win. Okay, that makes all the sense in the world. At one point, it was looking like Jay was gonna be fighting Gunther. And then they made that a Monday Night Raw match because we all know the big money match is Jay versus Jimmy. And he already challenged his brother, so we're gonna get it over with. But it's come on now. Just give the people what they want. See, even God mad. Even God agrees. See? He thundered.
Because what's happening, and I know that Matt, you brought up already. Wrestling Twitter they turned on Sammy.
They turned on. We like Sammy, they like Sammy, but it's right now he's just yo, we like you, but you're not where you're supposed to be at. We don't know. I don't know what they want Sammy to do, but they don't want Sammy versus Gunther. They want Chad Gable versus Gunther.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what. I always say I'm just gonna let it play out. That's all I ever say. But that's all we can do. Because sometimes some storylines are just I know what's gonna happen, but then you get stuff like The Rock showing up and all hell breaks loose, and you don't know what's supposed to be happening. So you're just along for the ride. And for this Gunther, for this IC title picture, that's what I feel like we're just along for the ride. I don't think we're done because just how take the time out to watch that match back. It's free on YouTube. They had the whole gauntlet match. Watch that whole embrace and them looking at each other and all that. And then Chad Gable gives a speech, a promo after that. That's a digital exclusive. I feel like there's unfinished business. Something else. We still got a few weeks to go before WrestleMania. We got a long way to go. We still got 3 weeks to go.
Yeah,
a lot of fuckery can happen. A lot of shenanigans can happen that we can get Chad Gable added.
Exactly. I was just, as you said, I was looking at my damn, and I'm just we got 3 more episodes of WrestleMania. And that's more than enough time. If I was booking, I would have Chad Gable fuck Sammy up.
Because something is gonna happen.
If he's doing a promo on the stage, he's doing a promo in the ring, or even if he has Chad Gable has to send a message to Sammy. No.
Right.
No. You're not about to have this moment. This moment belongs to me. And Adam Pearce is going to have to force a situation to where Chad Gable is in a championship match.
Right. I know I would. They had to do something because they still got a lot of stuff to fill for 2 nights.
Mm-hmm.
They still got a lot of stuff to fill for 2 nights. So I don't know what they about to be doing, but we got like you said 3 episodes. We got 2 episodes a week. We got 2 episodes, 6 episodes, 6 episodes for them to figure it out, to figure out what they want to do. Because I'm pretty sure somebody gonna get added to the Reyes title match. Liv probably gonna get added. Nia probably gonna get added. That's gonna be a fatal match.
I was thinking that too. That's gonna be a fatal 4-way.
Then they added that multi-person, that gazillion folk tag match with the Judgment Day defending, aka that's what what used to be the Intercontinental title match, what used to be the Money in the Bank match, the ladder match. So they're just doing this. I'm just like, that could be just a match. That's why I'm like, this could be a match for SmackDown, but whatever. Last year we had that random ass tag team invitational, so we'll probably have that again for all the people that lose these qualifiers.
Oh God!
Right.
U.S. title match. Logan Paul
still got the U.S. title match, so Logan Paul versus whoever. Still, like, they still have so much stuff they have to book. We still don't know what Bianca is doing. We still don't know what Naomi and them is doing. It's rumored they're going to be in a 6-woman tag match against Damage Control. So we'll see if that happens tomorrow.
Right. We'll see if Jade is inserted in that.
So we might be seeing the Black Sisters, the Black Queens, versus the Kabuki Warriors with Damage Control. So that'll be a awesome match. I mean, if that happens, I'm looking forward to it. But for the most part, we're just along for the ride. I would say we've been sufficiently electrified now. We ain't had no more crazy comments, Mr. AIDS.
No more of the AIDS, not
right.
Yeah.
So yeah, like we were saying, we gave y'all SmackDown preview also and all that because we're gonna take Friday off. Let Mongo rest up, give us all a little 3-day weekend, give everybody a breather. There's no pay-per-views, nothing to think about. So y'all will see us on Monday, right here on Monday. But in general, the Under the Ring podcast airs every week, 8:45-ish, usually 8:45-ish, heavy on the ish, on Thursdays. You can also follow us at facebook.com/Under the Ring Pod and at twitch.tv/Under the Ring Pod. Remember, 8:30 to 9-ish. It's always in that time frame. This week it was only late. It was just the two of us, but usually we're right on time at that 8:30 to 9-ish time slot. Just follow the Facebook. You'll get the notification that we are live. And if you're not doing that, just follow us on Linktree. And if under that Linktree, you have our main man, Greg Bush SK, the one that gets paid for all the clicks. I always share his stuff when we go live. I make sure I share it on Twitter. It's a quick retweet. So you see Greg Bush SK on Twitter. You see when he goes live, you see a retweet from the right answer. Go ahead, give me a follow. Also give our boy Rock Ribs happy anniversary again to Kenny and Keisha. Rock Ribs 44. And then my man right here, Mr. Fresh Beard, Mr. Teacher Man. And then myself, the right answer. I'm always drinking on something. I only had one beer tonight. I'm going to drink something else later. I'm going to drink something else in a few minutes. But yeah, this Bourbon Barrel Stout got me right. This is just 10%. While it's out there raining cats and dogs in Cincinnati Zoo and Avondale. Gunshots. Yeah, y'all be like, oh, he in Kentucky. I'm from Columbus, Ohio, but I basically grew up in Cincinnati. I grew up as an adult in Cincinnati, so yeah, I ain't scared. No, I don't fuck with Avondale. It's scary over there. People be like, the zoo is in the hood. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Because here in Louisville, the zoo is definitely not in the hood. It is randomly in this random ass neighborhood that I go through to go to my barbershop because we got to go past the zoo. And I'll be like, yo, this is the zoo? Why is the zoo right here? I'm like, man, I feel sorry for these animals. You're just in this random ass neighborhood. They probably feel the same way in Avondale. Like, yo, they be shooting over here. But yeah,
that's
Tito,
don't break out.
Street team captain, Boreal Maliante. He know about those shots. Also, shout out to Tito. Get with him. Y'all want some good coquito. He is the man for it. Be on the lookout for Tito's coquito.
Yeah.
Coming soon. Especially for y'all in the New York market. Tito, he got it. is Kenny approved. Kenny always has a bottle of it. And dude, he gonna be having the nutcrackers and all that. So y'all trying to get lit. You can get the UTR discount for being you in the New York market. Y'all good with Boreal Maliente, our man Tito. Y'all trying to get lit for the cheap. He can get you lit. So
and someone this weekend, St. Patty's Day weekend, so be safe.
Oh yes, most definitely.
Drink responsibly. Just as you get too lit, please live. Make sure you get home safe. Okay.
True. Lyft out here, they gave me. I don't even use Lyft all like that. They out here gave me 20% off on the next 10 rides for the next week. St. Patty's Day is this Sunday. So if y'all got that offer, y'all better take advantage of that. Because if you're trying to get lit, you might as well don't even be driving. Let somebody else be driving for you.
Exactly. And
so you can be watching us on Monday, hungover.
And if you do like most niggas do, you're going to celebrate it on Saturday. So if you can recover on Sunday. And also, this year, my name has been Swerve Jones. I had changed to my OG name, Mike Hall, because it's 2 years since the passing of the bad guy.
Right.
One of the greatest ever, Donna Swerve, the one and only Scott Hall, a.k.a. Ramon.
Right.
So, R.I.P. to the bad guy. Much love to him. We miss him. One of my favorites. Just his charisma, you know, in WWE, President Ramon, then he transitioned over to NWO with Scott Hall. Rest in peace to him. You know, just love to Scott Hall. Really miss. And yeah, thank you all once again for supporting us. Much love to y'all. Have a good weekend. We'll be back
Right. And last but not least, my boy, our local news correspondent, my boy out here doing big things, Justin D. Baxley, one of my forever nemesis in fantasy, in all fantasy. That's my boy, though. I love Justin. I love little baby Yoda. That's my dude. He loves his chicken tendies. Also, for any of y'all out there, y'all like what we do. Y'all like how we just get it, we go about it. Sponsor us. Just go ahead. Go ahead. Let's give us some sponsors. I'm out here looking at the comments. Yeah, we love you. We love you, bad guy. We love you. Yeah. Avondale is not for play. Or as one of the taxi drivers back in the days, the taxi drivers, Avondale. Avondale is not for play. Avondale is definitely not for play. That place is scary. But all in all, let me go ahead. Y'all already know what I'm about to click on. I'm just looking for it. Y'all know what there. Thank you for joining us. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. We will see you on Monday for the Raw Deal. It'll be me and Greg and Kenny if he survives his anniversary weekend. But while y'all doing that, let's do the dime. Shout out to Frank Thomas. Do that eugenics, y'all. Peace out.
Hey.